Hello everybody, this is Monty with Face-to-Face Photography. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing my very first unboxing of a product that I'm very excited about. I'll be showing you today the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. I've been an EOS R5 Mark I user since the day it came out. In fact, I distinctly remember the announcement. I had my B&H website up. I had the R5 in my shopping cart. I had my finger on the trigger, ready to go. The second they began the broadcast, I pressed the enter key. So I was one of the early people to actually take possession of the R5. Now, let's do the unboxing. So as usual, it'll come with a bunch of documentation that frankly I don't think a lot of people actually read. It has the charger, which you'd expect. It's got a battery. There's a new type of battery that they have this year. They're backwards compatible, but I think this one has some more capabilities, especially on the electronic side. So we'll see as time goes. And then we have a Canon strap, which I don't really use because I use other mechanisms to hold my camera. Let's get to the star of the show here, which is the actual camera itself. Oh, what a beautiful camera. This thing feels great in your hands. In fact, as I look at the original R5, there are a couple of differences. One thing they did is they moved the power button on the other side. So it actually feels a lot more like the R6 Mark II than the original R5. So that's one of the first differences. The back looks very similar. My understanding is that the new R5 Mark II is just a couple of grams heavier, so other than that, it's pretty similar. Now, this video is just a regular guy's perspective on the new camera. I'm not a technical guy. I'm not going to go through all of the bits and bytes of every little feature. I'm just going to tell you 5 things that I'm really looking forward to with this new camera. Many of the base features that Canon got right in the EOS R5 Mark I are the same in the Mark II. So for example, it still has a 45 megapixel sensor. The dimensions of the actual frame are exactly the same. And in fact, the extended ISO is still 102.4 thousand ISO. So those are the good things that they got right. But let me tell you 5 things I'm really looking forward to in the new camera. The first thing I'm looking forward to is the increased shutter speed. So the original EOS R5 Mark I had a maximum shutter speed of 1/8,000th of a second. But the new R5 Mark II has a maximum shutter speed of 1/32,000th of a second. That's a significant increase in shutter speed. So those of us that shoot during the day, we use high-speed sync, we use ND filters, we have lots of techniques to actually mitigate the bright sun, but now we're going to have it natively in the camera. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this thing plays out. The next big feature I'm looking forward to is the new autofocus system. In fact, they have a new feature. It's an eye-controlled autofocus that allows you to look in the viewfinder, focus on a particular point in the viewfinder, and that's where the camera's going to focus. So that's going to be really fun to experiment, but because it's kind of tricky, I highly recommend that you practice this feature before an actual photo shoot. The third feature that I'm really looking forward to is the fact that Canon has finally removed the 30-minute record time. With the Mark I, you could only record up to 30 minutes in a single video before it's shut off, and you had to restart the clock. Now with the R5 Mark II, they've removed that limit. So those of us that shoot long format video, we can shoot as long as we can. The next thing I'm looking forward to may not be for everybody, but it sure is for people like me. Now, the EOS R5 Mark I uses a micro HDMI port. So if you happen to use the Atomos Ninja V to do recording, then you often were fighting and struggling with the fact that the cable was so small that you often got disconnects, and it was really troublesome. Now, with the Mark II, Canon went with a full-size HDMI port. This is really going to make a big difference for connectivity for things like monitors. The final thing I'm looking forward to is actually an AI feature. Now, with the new R5 Mark II, you're going to be able to pre-register subjects into your camera. That way, when you're shooting a group of people, you'll have autofocus on that particular subject. So if you're shooting a lot of people, your camera's going to automatically pick out the person that you're pre-registered. That's going to be really interesting to see how that works in the real world. There you have it, folks. Those are the 5 things I'm looking forward to the most on the new Canon EOS R5 Mark II. Now, the next thing I want to say, though, is there's an opportunity. For some of you photographers out there, you've been looking for an opportunity to really upgrade your equipment. This is a great time to do that because a lot of people, like me, are selling their EOS R5 Mark Is. And so you're going to see some really good prices out there on the used market. It's a great time to buy this fantastic camera. I love almost everything about the R5 Mark I, except for a few minor things. The R5 Mark II made something great even better. Thanks for listening to me today. If you have comments, share with me in the comments below the things you're looking forward to the most in the EOS R5 Mark II. Take care. Hello everybody, this is Monty with Face-to-Face Photography. Jackson. Okay, this is my dog. Jackson, go away. Dog. No, Jackson, go away. I'm working. I'm working. Jackson, no. Hi everybody, this is Monty with Face-to-Face Photography. I'm really excited today. I was sitting there on the B&H video. The R5 Mark II is finally, damn it. The next big feature that I'm really looking